what's up everybody? This is Superfan with another project update. This is the third video. Okay, so I guess I want to start with saying I'm glad these videos are landing well with everybody because I like doing them. This is easy for me, and I'm glad it's landing well with you guys out in the community. So yeah, I was going to talk about ZK agents today, zero knowledge agents, and I think I'll do that tomorrow instead because I got some amazing information today. I had a call with an international tax attorney about something I've been working on that I haven't mentioned to anyone yet because I didn't actually know if it was legal, right? Turns out it's totally legal. I got the green light and the thumbs up and legal paperwork to show for it. So I didn't know if when I spent the $500 for a half-hour consultation with the lawyer, if it was going to be worth it, but I'm so glad I did. Plus, I learned that 500 is actually a good deal, even though it sounded expensive to me. So, yeah, let me tell you what it's all about. So, Big Noodle is a DePin, as you guys all know. It's going to have a lot of use cases over time, and agents are front and center right now. But I've created a node, essentially, that I'm calling Smallnoodle. And the reason is it's small. It's about the size of a router, let's say, right? But it's not like the type of node or server that you might expect. It's not something that you guys could invest in and earn from. It doesn't work that way. It does bolster security on the network, but it qualifies for a tax write-off in a really special way. So this is a very different type of device, and it's not going to be for everybody. It's not even really crypto specific, but it is something that lives on this DePin and can help you with your tax burden if you have one. So if you're a trader, if you have a business, if you have a tax burden this year, especially with Bitcoin having all-time highs, maybe you're taking some profits and you want to make some of your tax burden disappear. I've got something in the works right now, and I just got the green light on it legally. So, Section 179 of the U.S. tax code. So, this is a very U.S.-centric law. It's the IRS only, but you can take advantage of this internationally, and that's why I was speaking to an international tax attorney. I'd already spoken to two CPAs, which means accountants basically, and a lawyer who is U.S. only, and the advice I got was go talk to an international tax attorney if you want to make sure that this works around the world, and it does. So it's an expensive machine by design. It's meant to be quite expensive. It's $100,000. It secures security for agentic wallets. That's the purpose of it. And the $100,000 price tag is interesting. I can sense that a lot of your eyes lit up and a bunch of jaws dropped right there. But this is how it's going to work. So I'm going to take a first payment as a fee, right? One payment. And what you get is you get this device, and you also get an invoice for $100K. Section 179 of the IRS tax code says you're able to take the full depreciation, meaning the full write-off, at day one when you buy it. So what this means is, let me give a little history lesson. Up until 2022, you couldn't do this. You had to basically cut up your losses over years. So if you bought a vehicle, like let's say you bought that Jeep, right? You might have to break up the business expense of that Jeep over 8 years. You buy a bulldozer, you buy computer hardware like this server. There was a threshold and you couldn't go over it. You had to have some of that write-off spill over into the next year, and it could take years. What the new law, as of 2022, what the new law says is you could take the full write-off all at once if you need it. It depreciates the value of that product to zero, and so You know, maybe that's not for everybody, but I'm not coming after you for the remaining payments of the $100,000 unless you're a satisfied customer. You always have the option to cancel and send it back. But the idea here is, and I'm saying this for legal purposes, this is not a tax exploit. This we do run a DePin. This is within context of the greater business, and this node is critical to upholding security on the network. And basically, what you get for that fee, let's call it $3,000. I don't know what the number is right now, but let's call it $3,000. You get this device, you plug it in, it connects to our network, but you're also getting that $100,000 invoice, which you can consider a write-off against all your other expenses right away. So let's say you've gotten a bunch of gains. Let's say you bought a vehicle or a boat or whatever. You can count this 100K against your tax burden, and hopefully make that tax burden go away or lighten the load. I was looking, I was about to move my tax residency to Cyprus. Right now I have a Hong Kong company called Big Noodle Limited. That's where token issuance happens because of the gray area and the unknown legal landscape in the US where I am. I have a Delaware S Corp for the Web 2 arm of this business, so that doesn't touch crypto, but it touches every other part of the business. And so I've got the Delaware. It's based in Delaware because it's a tax-friendly place, and it makes doing business easier. And then Cyprus bubbled to the top of my list for tax residency. And when I started building this server again, which we need to uphold the network, it's critical to the whole business. That's all in boldface for anyone for the tax man, and that device means that I can actually have my write-off for on my own taxes. So I'm going to be able to buy my own device. If you're in a similar boat, you get to do this as well, and it's you don't have to jump through a lot of hoops when you have expenses like this. So let's talk about what it means for a business owner, because this is a business expense. This is not a personal expense. If you're doing a lot of trading, you should have a business anyway. If you own assets like a house or anything, your LLC should really own that. You shouldn't personally. It's very old school thinking. It's our parents' thinking to own assets. Not financial advice, of course, but owning assets is dumb. It should all be sitting in an LLC or similar structure. So you have that, right? And if you don't, it's really easy in the U.S. to set this up. I set up one of my LLCs. I did the paperwork myself, and it only cost me $40 to file in New York City. So I know it's way more expensive in other countries. I think you have to float something like 50,000. I don't know if it's marks or euros in a place like Germany, right? I heard. I don't know, but it's harder to set this kind of stuff up in other countries. But the nice thing is you don't have to be a U.S. citizen. You don't even have to live here. You could be in another country to set up an LLC here in the U.S. and do it completely online, and it's pretty cheap and it's very easy. So you might pay a little more than I did with that $40 story to do it with an online service, and they try to upsell you with a bunch of features for your business that you probably don't need. But I've seen numbers go anywhere from like $80 to $225. So you need that to take advantage of Section 179 in the IRS tax code, because that tax code exists here in the U.S. Then what happens is, let's stick to the German example. So you have a limited company in Germany. You buy this thing for $100,000, but you do it through your new U.S. LLC, and that U.S. LLC is a consultant to your German company. So you now have a full business expense that hopefully takes you to a €0 burden over there, and you're passing through that. I'm explaining this all messed up, discombobulated way, but I hope you're getting the idea. It all adds up to a tax expense wherever you are, and it doesn't matter that you bought it from through your U.S. company, because that U.S. company is basically the business consultancy to your German or wherever company. So that's how that works. And I ship you the device, you plug it in, and it just helped you with your tax burden, I hope, and you helped with securing the network. And that's the end of the story. I got I'm pretty psyched. The lawyer heard me out, said, okay, Section 179 is pretty clear cut. It's hard to misinterpret it. You're good. So there it is. If you want to help the network, that's the primary goal. And you are in a category where you could use a big fat write-off, then this might be a good fit. If you are unsatisfied with this device, you can send it back and the deal's off. You remain on the books as owing the remainder of that 100K, but I'm not coming after you for it because I want you to remain a satisfied customer. Take as long as you need to get to the place where you feel like you're satisfied before sending in your second payment. And that's the policy here, and that's what's going to be in the sales contract, and that's what it requires to make this all work. So there it is. It's a bit of a weird update, I know. It's not about agents. It's not about. I mean, it is about agents and it is about the DePin, but it's more of a tax conversation, which I never thought I'd be doing. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna enjoy my coffee now. Have a great day, everybody. Oh, and I just noticed I'm covered in dog hair. I was dog sitting today. I look like a mess. I didn't even realize. All right, thanks, y'all. Peace.